Morehead State cross country and track and field senior Jacob Vogelpohl, who is is going to graduate in May, or I guess technically already graduated, with a degree in computer science and math, and is from Independence, Kentucky. So, Jacob, let's start with overall thoughts, your time here. What do you take away from the experience?
Man, being at Morehead truly was a blessing. Just, being able to come here to pursue academics, but also get the opportunity to continue the sport I love, cross country and track. And immediately once I got to Morehead, I found family with my teammates. Just had great teammates who took me under their wings and mentored me. They were great leaders, but I also consider them, like I said, family and brothers. They helped set me on the right path, especially people like Josh Grogan and Kyle Embry. They stood by my side at my wedding. I stood by Kyle's side at his wedding. So it really was the relationships along the way that were the biggest aspect of Morehead that influenced me the most.
When you look back on things 20 years from now, or you have a reunion of some kind and you get together and everybody starts sharing stories, are there specific moments that you would recall, or funny stories that you might tell the others?
Well, I sort of thought about this in terms of like my favorite practices. So some of my favorite practices were when we drove an hour out to this trail called Dawkins Rail Trail, and we would do progressive long runs just because it was a big road trip and just a big long run. We would go, some guys would go up to 18 miles. It was just a fun day, fun little road trip. And then there was another long run where we did what's called the Triple L Trail. So you run the Lakeview Trail, the Lakiji Trail, and the Limestone Knob Trail. And it's a 14-mile loop, but in the middle of the loop we found a pack of Ale 8, so we decided to stop in the middle of our long run, chug some Ale 8 along the way, and then finish out the long run. And it started pouring down rain. It was just a good time. As far as meets go, definitely the trip to Liberty University my sophomore year was a great trip. Lots of people PR'd. I had a breakthrough race in the 5K, and then as soon as I finished the 5K, they're having graduation practice or something, but they're blaring music in their football stadium, and they're playing one of my favorite songs, House of the Lord, and it's just blaring right after I PR'd, and we were jamming out to it. And then, of course, the bus ride back are always fun with cross-country people because we're just a goofy bunch of people, love to jam out, get rowdy. Like the van ride back from Mount Olive, or what we call Pickletown, we have a whole vlog about it that just has so many memories and just so many things to look at and laugh on. And then also outside of running, like we just explored everywhere. We went to Lakiji, went to the lake, went rock climbing with Peyton. He was our rock climbing guide, and went on a backpacking trip with Kyler and Liam Dale. We ended up backpacking from Morehead to Red River Gorge in 4 days and 3 nights. And then, we found a cliff jumping spot called Blackwater. And like I said, the cross country guys, we just know how to have a good time. And
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. With you moving on, are there things, maybe words of advice, or maybe words that you lived by, things that you might want to leave if you were to say have a legacy?
I would say that, although it's great to perform at your best and get PRs every single race, like you got to try to find a purpose that's beyond just performance, because your performance isn't always going to satisfy you. Like even if you get that little high of a PR, the high of a PR doesn't last, but you need to find a greater purpose that's more fulfilling and more lasting. So even when you're battling injuries, even when you're going through PR droughts, even when you have sickness that messes up your entire season, like it's happened to all of us along the way, like having a purpose of serving your teammates or serving the Lord, whatever it may be, that roots you and grounds you. That's what my older teammates taught me, my mentors, and that's what I've tried to teach the younger people as well. And then I'd also say, going along with that, like, never have a victim mindset or a complaining mindset. Like, you know, no matter what circumstances happen, whether it's injury, sickness, or maybe you don't like the training, or maybe you think the university is treating you unfairly, like, don't view yourself as a victim, because the moment you start to do that, it's just like a self-defeating prophecy. Like, you're just, you know, telling yourself that you don't have what it takes to live up, or you don't have what it takes to succeed. But on the other hand, if you just accept what you're dealt with, you might not have the perfect hand, but you gotta play with the cards you're dealt, and you know, you can make the most of it, and you don't have to beat yourself up about something that you can't control, but really just enjoy the process along the way, and just leave the results up to whatever happens. So.
Well, that's a great philosophy. Jacob, going forward, what's next for you?
Well, in a little bit of a waiting period right now. I was applying to some doctorate programs for mathematics, but still haven't got official word about those programs. So just having to sit back and wait, trust in the Lord's plan a little bit. So potentially going to graduate school, potentially going out into the real world, maybe getting a job in computer programming or something. But either way, my wife Emma is along for the ride, and we'll figure it out together. So.
There you go. All right, Jacob, it's been a blessing to have you here. We've enjoyed you. Obviously, you've had a lot of success, so congratulations on that. Appreciate you taking the time, and I wish you the best luck. We got the OVCs coming up, and then whatever you do beyond that.
Thanks, Brad.